In an Ohio State dungeon behind the south stands, this is a little tunnel, like the cheerleaders are in here. Right now, photographers are working in there, and we are hiding from the rain after Ohio State's 52-3 win over Rutgers. Tate Martell played, and there was a magical moment in the post-game news conference when Tate Martell came in and Bill Landis got to ask him the first question. Bill Landis, what did you learn about Tate Martell today after watching him run for a long touchdown, throw for a long touchdown, and otherwise mesmerize the Ohio State fans?
I feel a little better about his throwing ability. Like, we knew he could run, and the long touchdown was nice, especially after he got what looked like knocked out of the game. It was 2 plays later. He ran for 47 yards. His long touchdown throw to Terry McLaurin, like, the pocket moved on him a little bit. He climbed it. He threw a really good ball. He had another ball he threw on the run. I forget who it was to, but it was a really good throw. It might have been actually the best throw of the game. He was on the move and kind of fit it through a window to a moving receiver. So like his throwing, I think, is still inconsistent, and we saw that last week compared to this week. But I would feel a little bit better about his throwing ability if ever the scenario arises where he's got to throw the ball a lot.
What'd you learn about Tate, Tim?
It's clear the coaches trust him. I mean, we've seen back-to-back games. They put him out in the 5th series of the game. Obviously, Ohio State has a big lead at that point, but they put him out there. And it was interesting for me when Ohio State went to 3rd and 16 with Martell on the field. Unlike last week where they pulled him off for Haskins and he led them on a scoring drive, they not only kept him in, but they gave him a chance to get out of it. And then he ended up dropping that perfect pass into Terry McLaurin for the touchdown. It showed they believe in him, they believe in his talent, and he's come a long way, I think, from what he showed as a thrower in the spring game. The running ability, I don't think any of us doubted. We saw that long touchdown. He stepped through the pocket, kind of wove his way around the Rutgers defense on his way to the end zone. The throw, I think the strides he's made in the throwing game from the spring game to now seem like Ryan Day's more willing to trust him in bigger situations like 3rd and longs.
Do we believe that this Tate package is here to stay? I've been banging the Tate package drum. Some people think it's, you're not going to do it in games that matter. Do you think they will do it next week against TCU? And will they do it in week 5 against Penn State? Yes or no?
I still think no. They were up like 5 touchdowns both times they did it in the first half. So I don't think so.
If he produces, why not? I mean, it's a changeup you got to have sometimes, especially if you are an offense that's always been quarterback run centric, and you have a quarterback who doesn't run the football, albeit he's a tremendous thrower. You want to have that changeup just in case. Maybe it's not always the 5th series of every game. If it is, that'd be quite an interesting scouting point for Gary Patterson next week and James Franklin in 2 more weeks to really, hammer home with this team. Like on 5th series, number 18 is coming in the ball game.
Oh yeah. The Tate package is here to stay. He found his Tate. And yet you won't embrace your Tate fully. I'm embracing Tate on behalf of you. I think it is in to stay. I think it makes sense. I think there's nothing that would make you afraid to put him in a big game, and then you put Dwayne back in and you're good to go. Tim Bielek, Bill Landis, Doug Maurice. More coming at cleveland.com.